interview 2023, civil service interview 2023. This is our 8th series of interview, and we are discussing here students economics survey. For further any query, you can contact me 9999237051. That is my mobile number. If you have any query, you can contact me this 9999237051. Or any further problem, you can also email me, WhatsApp me on this number. And now I start this concept today. Come on the issue. Fiscal development, revenue, relish. Now you go through this fiscal, what is the government of India? Fiscal development, first point. After peaking in 2021, fiscal deficit is now consolidated. One point which you have to keep in mind, our fiscal deficit target for the year 2025-26, 25-26, we have to reduce the fiscal deficit 4.5% of GDP. One point you memorize. And now think about recent fiscal deficit target is what? You can see central fiscal deficit to GDP ratio target is 6.4%. Recent in December 28, 2003. December 2023, 28 December, our fiscal deficit was 5.9% of GDP. Means we are less than 0.5% behind the target, and it is expected that it is near to target, or some extent it can increase from the target. That is the one point which you have to understand. Combined gross fiscal deficit means state and union government total deficit is 9.4% of GDP, and government decided to reduce it up to the target of which one? 5.9% of 6.4% of GDP, and for the year 2025-26, 4.5%. Trend is what? You can see our fiscal deficit suddenly increased in the financial year 2021. Why? Technical point, analytical point which you have to understand. It is because of solution of the slowdown in the economy due to COVID lockdown. Government of India under Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, under different social scheme for the purpose of development and social welfare respectively, increase huge public expenditure so that we can sort out the problem of that kinds of deficit. Now come on the issue. Union government track to achieve fiscal deficit target in 2025. Now you have to understand how the government will achieve this target. First point, conservative budget assumptions provide a buffer in uncertain time. That is the one point. For the unforeseen time, government manage the what? That is the provide the buffer stock will be utilized for the purpose. Buoyant revenues and prudent expenditure assure fiscal sustainability. As you know, tax buoyancy. The technical word is there. Tax buoyancy, generally we define the ratio of tax to GDP. Tax to GDP. After the multiple tax reform done by the government, tax buoyancy is improving. If our GDP say increase by 10%, then the tax revenue collection is increasing round about 11%. It means that tax is more buoyant. If tax is buoyant, high GDP growth rate is there. For example, today, that is 4th of January 2023, our growth prediction for the year 2023-24, latest data some economists are giving 6.7%. If this target is achieved, definitely better performance. As I priorly discussed with you, it was expected to be in between 6 to 6.8%. But it is expected again 6.7% recently, or today data is, this is by the Hindu, January 4, 2023. It means somewhere more tax revenue collections and expenditure management by the government. These two options automatically achieve the target of fiscal consolidation in our economy. Fiscal consolidation. Next point is what? Government debt sustainability ensure with the positive growth interest differential. What does it mean? If our debt is, as you know, 45% of GDP, target were determining by the 15th Finance Commission, and present government debt is round about 60% of GDP, which is higher than our target. But government consistently decreasing the debt burden by promoting more foreign investment, by increasing the revenue for management of the expenditure. That kinds of actions taken by the government for the management of that fiscal deficit. Again, as you know, sustained revenue buoyancy over the last 2 years. What the government is doing? Government, some extent, managing the buoyancy of revenue. As you know, direct tax constitute half of the gross tax revenue. And indirect tax, you can see the tax structure of the government of India. Gross tax revenue collections was how much percent? 15.5% during April-November 2022, and average during 2013 to 19, April to November, 1.9 lakh crore rupees. Similarly, you can see the direct tax collection was 23.9%. Corporation tax was 21.1%. Corporation tax, personal income tax, both are equally contributing in total tax revenue collections of the government of India. And as you know, in presently, after the 1st July 2017, as the government implemented the GST, that is the highest tax contribution. But in December, the contribution of GST declined. Prior it was 1.7 lakh crore rupees, 170 lakh crore rupees. Presently, it is 1.6 lakh crore rupees, 1.5. It is because of sluggishness in market conditions, etc. As you know, other income tax receipts of the government was 26.7%. What does it mean? You can see in gross tax revenue, our maximum tax contributed by whom? GST, 28%. Second largest contribution by two, personal income tax and corporation tax. Priorly, corporation tax was high. But why now the corporation tax revenue collection is decreasing? Because corporation tax rate reduced by the government from the higher level of 60 and 70% respectively for domestic and foreign currencies to equal rate of 22.5%. Corporation tax consistently decrease for the boosting the growth rate, and we achieve the target. If our growth rate is high, as I priorly discussed with you, that will give the more tax revenue collections to the home, our economy, and that is contributing in the form of GST 28%, other tax, personal income tax 26, corporation 26, central excise duty is 12%, and rest of the custom duty is 8%. You can see this, student. I sum up my today lecture. I will proceed the 9th series tomorrow. Thank you.